How's it going, everyone? KayneHunterTaker here, and welcome back to an episode of Kayne's Bedtime. It feels like it's been a while since I recorded one of these. I think I might start with this topic for tonight. My throat's been very funny the past couple of, almost a fortnight now. It's been struggling for the past 10 or so days. I don't know what I did, but my throat just felt like it was closing up all the time. And I thought, oh shit, it's tonsillitis. I might be in a bit of a pickle here. It looks like I'm gonna be having a rough week or so with swollen tonsils again. But yeah, the days went by and I found that it was really bad when waking up. But then during the day, as I was drinking fluids, it was going down. But then at work, it would sort of swell up a little bit again, mainly because, I'm trying to talk to, other workers and then talking to the residents, and some of them have impaired hearing, so you got to quite speak in a high tone of voice to have them hear you. And I think what I did was just strain my throat, strain my voice box, because I noticed it especially after we spent a fortnight wearing masks because we had a positive COVID test from somewhere, and we all had to go on a lockdown and wear masks. And I found that I was yelling a bit more because because the masks were, what's the term? Muffling? Yeah, it was like, a lower pitch of voice. So it's like trying to talk to people, can't hear, so I'm speaking louder. And then residents couldn't understand because they can't read the lips. So I'm like, can you hear me? Do you want a cup of tea? That kind of thing. And I think just in the end of it, my voice just got strained or sprained, whatever term it is. And I thought I won't stress too much with recording wise. And tonight I just did a session of Cyberpunk, so pretty good. My voice, it's feeling a little bit now, but it's not as bad anymore. I think I'm finally okay and back to the recording. And I just thought I'd talk about that thing first, and we'll get into some the other topics that I want to talk about tonight. So while we're on the subject, like I said tonight, I just did some more Cyberpunk 2077 and done a couple of sessions since the last episode. And so the session before, we were investigating the death of a mayor, and I really love that. I keep forgetting the term, BD, where you're in this virtual world and you're looking at the events that are happening to this person. And that was a fairly long mission now, and it was only a side mission, and it was about 2 hours. And then tonight did a bit more of that kind of stuff, like the virtual world, trying to search for Evelyn, and Judy's with us. And I did mention it, I think that's the main story quest of the game. I know there's a couple, but I think this is the big one, like Skyrim with the Greybeards and all that. That's the there's many missions of Skyrim, but that is the main story one. And I think that's that was the feeling I was getting, because I'm kind of moving at a steady pace, and I basically don't want to just sort of play through the whole game and then that's it, if you know what I mean. I want to sort of do a few other side stuff as well. So next session I might do something else. But we ended up finding Evelyn in the end, and she's very in a bad way. And there was I'm feeling pretty good now. I was quite struggling the last couple of sessions because I hadn't played it for a while, but I was going in. I got this big ass handgun. It's almost like a hand cannon, headshots, taking them down in one hit, and I'm just like, I'm the man. I also did a session of Golf Story. We won a little tournament. So our village or area held this tournament, and we won, which is awesome. We're getting up there. Everyone's sort of noticing that we're pretty decent player, but I'm stuck on one mission. I got to find these vintage golf clubs before I can join this special club, and I can't find it. I'm struggling a little bit, but I love that game so much. It's so much fun and so charming, and I just can't wait to get into the major league tournaments, because as fun as the side stuff is, I just want to play some golf, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of get into the green area, get into this area. When I did the tournament, I had so much fun with that one. Finally hit the ball, sink it in, and I hope to be doing a few more once I find that bloody vintage club. Tell you what, with Pokemon celebrating their 25th anniversary, I actually started this a couple of weeks ago. I didn't realise that the 25th anniversary was coming up, but I just so I did some Cyberpunk and everything, and I just fancied playing some something different. I still gotta get back into Star Wars Dark Forces, so I've started another game, but I jumped into Pokemon the trading card game, and I've done 2 sessions at the moment, and I really want another game just like this. Now, there's not a whole, it's not like you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards, or, you know, there's no story, you know, major stories going on in the game. All it is, you're it. So essentially, it's just, you got to battle these gyms in a card game, and, you know, you can talk to people and, you know, duel other people, but it's not so heavily based on, you know, a story. It's just, you know, oh, you got to beat me, I'm the fighting gym, you know, that kind of thing. But I really want another. This is the kind of game that I wanted. I like the online trading card game, but I want something like this, where I'm, you know, moving around, building my deck. Right now I've got some pretty basic cards, and I really like this idea, oh, the legendary cards, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to get them, I want those cards. And at the moment I'm struggling a little bit. You got to face 3 opponents before doing the first gym, and I struggled on one. He kept kicking my ass so much, and yeah, I finally beat him. And I was trying to look for this other one. I think I have found them, so I'm gonna, you know, in the next session I'm gonna duel them, and then I want to sort of work on my deck because it's very basic at the moment. They've given me a lot of I mean, you couldn't pick a deck, you know, like Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur, and there's like sides. So my one, it was a fighting and water, but yeah, I rolled the dice, so that was the outcome for that. So I got that deck. But yeah, they give me a lot of cards that need a lot of energy cards. Like Machamp's really hard, and Machoke to sort of use, because like most of their attacks need 3 and 4 energy. So yeah, what I like is every time you win a duel, you get 2 booster packs. So I've been, you know, editing my deck a little bit, but I haven't sort of wiped it and just made one myself. I'm still relying on a star deck. And the one card I want is Onyx. I mean, it doesn't have to be, I'm not even going to use it, I just want the card. You know, Onyx is my, you know, me my number 1. I love me Onyx, and yeah, I'm having a really good time. Really recommend it. I'm just shocked that the Switch hasn't sort of ported over. I think it's on the 3DS, I can't remember. See, I know it's fun to duel everyone around the world, but, you know, sometimes I want a story-based card game. I really have been struggling to find a really good one. I bought a load on Switch. I mentioned the other vlog, or other one before that, actually, I can't even remember. But it's all rogue based. I don't like that. I don't like playing through the game, then losing all my cards. I don't like it. Alright, more Pokemon. Jumps back into Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I started this when I first got my Switch a year ago now, and I played a bit of it. I think I got about 2/5 of the way, and I just stopped playing it. And then just one day I thought, I really want to play some more Pokemon stuff, and I thought I'll just jump back into Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And I love the idea. It's, you know, see, I don't mean to sound like an old person, but I'm an OG. I love my 151 Pokemon, and then, you know, Gen 2, you know, the Johto region, you know, really love. That's my, you know, my kind of, not my kind, but that is the thing I grew up in with Pokemon Gold and Silver. You know, love that region, and then Alpha and Sapphire I was really a fan of as well. But then I sort of drifted on. But give me you know, the original 151 anytime, and I just, yeah, breezing through it. I'm just about up to the next gym. I just beat, what's her name, Erica, I think. The ninja dude, Kogo, I can't even remember his name, damn it. So I beat that gym, and I've just done this, like, swimming in the ocean, and now I'm in this cave pushing boulders. But what I really want to do is, once I get through it, I want to start Pokemon hunting. I want to, you know, just make a side series, and basically, right, this session I want to hunt for a shiny Onyx. This session I might try and complete my Pokédex. You know, I think it'd be really, really fun to do. And I've never, you know, with a Pokemon game, I've never completed the Pokédex, and I think it'd be, you know, really fun to do eventually. See, I was going to do a playthrough on it, but I thought, nah, I'll just play it in my own time. You know, when I'm in bed, I can play it, and yeah, just having a really good time. Alright, Bloody Knuckle Society. I've been very slack with this one. I'm going to save it for the end of the video, and it's going to make so much sense because I have been quite lazy with my editing and my uploading. I mean, I've got some videos to upload. I'm just sort of, it's like, alright, I've got to upload it and then make it live, that kind of thing. So I do have footage, but I've just been very, my mind's been in other places, and I can't wait to get to that part of the video to talk about it. But with Bloody Knuckle Society, I just sort of lost, like I said, been doing so many other things, whereas this is a side thing. But all the matches are edited. I just got to, add all the sound effects and stuff, and then the script's almost done, but I'm still working my way around it just to, polish it off a little bit, but it's almost going to be there. I mean, it's been 2 months since the last episode, so I'm already, I did say I'm going to try every month, and I'm already, broken that schedule, but I'm still going to keep with it. It's, like I said, this is a, a side thing for me when I'm, got time, but because I've been so busy with other things, it's kind of been pushed to the edge. But yeah, I'm chipping away at it. I'm almost there with episode 3, and yeah, can't wait to get into episode 4. Alright, this is actually part of the reason I've been very slack with my edits. I've been working on an intro for Slugfest. See, me and Luke, we originally started this series way back in, when did Mortal Kombat X come out? 2015? 2016? And I wanted to start a series with Luke where we just, we battle each other in the game, fighting games essentially, or mono-y-mono. One of the worst ones we did was Oddworld. It kind of defeated the purpose. We thought, playing the game, because it's 2-player, it's like who can beat the section and that, but in the end, really, you're just sort of helping each other out. So, yeah, it was a fun night, but it wasn't really a video, about Slugfest, beating each other up. And yeah, our original run of it just got a bit, not burnt out, but I kind of really overdid it with, oh, tonight's winner is me, or tonight's winner is Luke. And the unfortunate thing with that is a lot of games we were, there was an edge. Me with, what was a good example? What game did we play? And I think I played a FIFA game, and I got that with the PS4, so I played a little bit of it. Luke never played it, so really I had a better edge on him, and of course I was going to win. And then there was another game where Luke was, really good, and then it's like, at the end it just wasn't much fun that, making it a competition, if that makes sense. So it's like, tonight I'm the Double Trouble Slugfest champion, haha, loser. Well, that's not really fair because I had an edge, so I kind of did away with the series, and then we just played the games, as normal. So then Luke he got back into Street Fighter again, like Street Fighter 5, and he loves those kind of games, and then Samurai Showdown and all that stuff. And I thought, yeah, I mean, because I think he wanted to record some fighting games, and I thought, let's do it. It'll be fun. And then I got the idea to bring back Double Trouble Slugfest, 2.0, and this time it's just us playing any kind of fighting game. There's no stipulations, there's no competition, it's just, a good old slugfest, and the winner is the winner and the loser is the loser. And yeah, it was a lot more fun that way. I mean, we played Street Fighter, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna win, and Luke's kicking my ass, and then I get one victory. And there was one moment I remember it. I was like, oh, I was trying to do this, oh, I don't know why it's not happening. And I'm like, you have kicked my ass 10 times. I did not once complain. I got one. Shut it. And I just, I exaggerated how the conversation went, but it was just a really funny moment. He's beating my ass 10 times in a row, and then I finally get a win. I was trying to do it. I'm like, let me have this one. Right, I kind of went off topic there, and so I wanted to update the outro for it, because I basically just took the first intro and then just slapped a 2.0 on it, and I thought, no, I want to, we've got a few episodes done. I mean, I got really slack. My recent episodes, Everybody's Golf 2, no, Everybody's Golf 4, I think. It's on PS4, I can't remember the name, but I recorded that like 2-3 years ago, me and Luke just sat down one day and just recorded a load of episodes. I think it started from Street Fighter, the 30th anniversary, and then all the episodes from then was all on the same day. So it wasn't like, you know, we recorded an episode every month for the past 2 years. We just, you know, did the whole thing in one go. I think Everybody's Golf was the last one we did, and then the next episode after that was like many months later, and we're running out, so we've got to record some more. But I thought, you know, it's time to finally update it, you know, make a better intro, make a very sort of, you know, homely, comforting looking intro, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's exactly the way I wanted it. You know, I look at it and I think that's how a retro 90s fighting, you know, thing looks. It just looks very, you know, very vintage and retro, and I'm very happy with it. And I tell you what, I'll play it now. Yeah, we went with the Mortal Kombat 2 story song. I was trying to think of what song to use, and I thought, let's pick a game that, you know, what's a game that we always loved in Mortal Kombat 2? And I thought, right, let's get a song out of that, and boom, got that one, and Luke really liked that one as well, and I thought, perfect, that's going to be our theme for Slugfest now, and yeah, very happy and very excited to record some more episodes. Alright, well, this was a last minute thing to talk about. I wasn't, you know, gonna do it, and I moved it and I thought, oh, I might talk about it in tonight's video. And yeah, in my recent episode of Collector's Own Haul, there was no comics. So with the America in the snow blizzard happening at the moment, all the shipments are delayed, so no comics. But I took that opportunity to browse around and, you know, just look at something that I really want. I think you can see it. I've got a Starship Troopers Warrior Bug vinyl, which was really cool. I've been wanting it for a while, and I thought, alright, I'll grab that, it looks really cool. I bought a book, Cassie Hack Volume 3, the Omnibus, or Hack and Slash, sorry, because I'm almost finished with Vol 2, so I thought I'd grab that. And this one I was really excited for. I'll just do it quickly. I used to collect CGCs, I really loved it. It was a fun hobby, but it's just been getting pretty expensive, and the ones that I want, I can't find, and no one's really done them, and I thought the process of getting it done is just too, I don't really want to do it. So the comic shop got a load of these in, and I've kind of made my own. Check that out. They got these plastic hard casings for comics, and I thought, I'll start doing my own CGCs, you know, really exciting, and I thought that's what I'm going to start doing. And Chastity Issue 1, this is the first comic I bought from Collector's Zone when they opened up way back in 2014. I think it was like 2 weeks after they opened, me and Luke popped in, and yeah, this was the first comic I actually bought from them, and I thought that'd be the perfect comic, the first one to, you know, KHT certified graded comic, and I'm very excited to, you know, start doing that. And I probably won't do it because I want to do it in a Collector's Own haul, but I probably won't do it every fortnight because I think these are like $25 a pop. But I tell you what, it's a lot cheaper than, you know, trying to buy CGCs now. I mean, Christ almighty. I mean, I said in Collector's Own haul that it was a $200 limit, but there was a few I paid like $300-400. Not all of them, but most of them were quite cheap at the time. And then my big one, Amazing Spider-Man 129, and then yeah, it was just like I said, the ones that I wanted I couldn't find, so I thought, right, I've got a big stack of comics over there, the ones that I really like, I'll just start doing it myself. And yeah, I can't wait to do the next one in next Collector's Own haul. I'm in debate, I don't know which one I want to do, but I'm excited to, you know, do that. And the biggest reason I wanted to do it, I wanted a Vampirella CGC. And I really struggled. I really wanted Aliens vs Vampirella Issue 1, and couldn't find on eBay. There's an Indigo project. I can't even remember what it's called, like the term. But there's a Vampirella run with I forgot her name. Her last name. I searched up and I forget. Amanda, I believe, and she's done a few Vampirella issues. You know, during her run, and she's done a cover for a re-release, and it's basically, you know, pledge money and, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm always a fan of comics that do that, so I thought, alright, I'll get on board with that. And they had CGC options, but whew, it was pretty pricey. And then there's the downside where it's like, this is not a guarantee. If the project fails, it's, you know, too bad, which most likely won't. I mean, the couple of times I've done, you know, like Dynamite and all that, they've been pretty good. And another thing is the postage was so expensive, and it just got a bit frustrating, and I thought, no, I won't do it. I'll just let it go. Not interested. Just let it be. And then after that was because it was the last few days, and I thought I was gonna do it, and I thought, no, I can't. It's just, it was just bothering me, and I just thought, nah, I just won't do it in the end. And then I went to the comic shop and found these, and I thought, right, this is what I'm going to start doing. I need to work out a way to sort of, you know, keep it still, but yeah, this is going to be what I'm going to do now from now on. Like I said, there's plenty of issues that I really love in my collection, and they just need to get put in a casing. And I tell you what, I should get some stickers. KHT certified 9.8. Actually, no, 10. It's all about comics. I haven't done any drawing for the past 2 weeks, but after the video, the last video, I did add a bit of detail to my Red Sonja drawing. I've got to the stage where I'm adding details now with the colours and looking really good. I'm very happy with how she's turning out, and yeah, like I said, I've been very busy with something and just haven't been drawing. My mind's been focusing on something else, so yeah, can't wait to get back into that drawing and finishing her off, and yeah, then doing Vampirella. Alrighty, I've watched a lot of TV these past few weeks because of my throat problem. I thought, right, I'm just going to chill out and catch up on some shows. I finished off The Walking Dead Season 10 finally, episode 15 and 16. Oh, that show's really going down a bit. I mean, I've been following it since the beginning, so really I want to finish it off. You know, next season's the last season, you know, yeah, finally, let's just end it while it, you know, it's still Kayne. I mean, so many of the characters are gone now that I like, and I mean, the only one left is Daryl. But I tell you what, episode 15 and 16 were pretty good. See, I did like, I think it was the season before, when the Whisperers come in. I really liked that crew. They were really good. Alpha was really awesome. Absolutely loved her. I loved her character, how it's like you didn't know what was going to happen. And then the final scene of that season, if I remember, where I didn't know what was going on, what she was planning, because I haven't read the comics to that point. So at the end, when the crew find, what's his name, funny enough, he dies later on, it's like, oh, you're alright, what's happened, you know, oh, people are missing, they're kidnapped, and they walk up this hill and there's a line of pikes with all these characters' heads on them, and two of them that I really liked, I was like, oh! No, so it really shook me up, and I was like, oh, Alpha, you are mean. And then, yeah, this season, sort of, yeah, I haven't really been into it. See, I watched it and then I stopped for a while and then back into it. 15, 16 was the last 2 episodes. I think the last one was when Michonne left, and I thought, oh, fucking hell, like, not another character gone, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, got through it. 15, I like Princess. What's his name? Oh, God. Eugene and Ezekiel and this other woman, I can never remember her name. They found Princess held up, and I like her. She's really funny. She's very kooky, a little bit, you know, crazy, but she's very, you know, fun. And I really thought she was going to do a turn on him and just take him out, but no, she's actually very, you know, very clumsy, and you can tell she's very isolated, and she just wants some friends. And when she took him through the minefield, it was like, I was thinking, what are you doing? Like, why are you stepping where? And then they find a horse, and I'm like, because the horse has got away, and I'm like, how did the walkers do that so fast? And Princess was like, oh no, it must have been a mine. And everyone's like, what? And yeah, walked him out onto a minefield, and then she forgot where her placing was, so she's trying to work out what to do. So I really like her. She's really funny, and so I hope we, you know, get to see more of her in the next season. And then, you know, she felt really bad because I think she just wanted some time, like spend time with them, so they didn't have to go through the minefield. They just had to walk down the road, and in the end they forgave her and said, "I'll tag along." And what happened in that episode as well? I think just Beta, yeah, he's got the half mask of Alpha on him. Is that his name, Beta? I think it is, yeah. He's leading the Horde now, and he's getting crazy. He hears voices in his head and all that stuff, and the whole gang are locked up in a hospital hoping to, hold off. And then, what else was there? Daryl and, I forgot the little girl's name now. Shit. Judith. I think Judith, yeah. I'm just trying to remember Negan when he finds her in the snow and she swears and he's like, "Judith Grimes, language." Yeah, Daryl was hunting and he took out a whisper and she was like, "Why are you gonna kill her? You can't kill her. She's suffering." And then he does, and then she's worried he's got to leave her and he can't promise her, but he'll be there as much as he can. And then I think that was it. Oh, and then I think there was a moment with Carol, and I think Kelly's her name. She's partly deaf. She tells Carol it's over because Carol feels bad, because I remember now they were in the cave and she caused the sister to go missing or killed, and she thinks she blames her and all that stuff, but no, she doesn't. And I think that's it for that episode. Then episode 16, the final for that season. I can't believe they spoiled Maggie reappearing right at the beginning. I'm like, you could have saved that. I mean, she hasn't been seen the whole season. What a waste. And then, the Horde go in and infiltrate the hospital. They find out where they're located. And I feel like it was very meh. I mean, all these walkers surrounding the hospital, and so the gang are going to try and get them away. They're sneaking through. One of the characters, I mean, she was in Oceanside, I think. Beatrice, I can't remember her name. She was just thrown away like nothing. I mean, I wouldn't mind. We were following her for quite a while, if I remember. And I'm like, alright. She takes out a whisperer that are trying to find them, and then she gets her foot cut, and Walker started eating her, and Carol just has to leave her. But I think what would have been really cool, and I was expecting it. I really thought Beta was going to track one of them down, grab them by the neck, or in the head, just lift them up, gut them, and then just holding them up as the walkers start, eating them. I think that would have been really cool, but no, it was just, a bit of a waste of that one. Just throwing, what's her name, like that, just very meh. But then they get through, and the daughter of Alf, I forget her name now, helps out and tries to take the Horde out. And this is another bit I was like, really? I mean, come on. So Horde get led away, and they stop the cart. So Horde are going back, and then it's like Daryl and all that. Well, let's just take the Whisperers out. We're here. Let's do it. So they start picking them off, and then Beta's like, where is everyone? And then he hears Negan call him out. See, I kind of missed this bit. Negan, it looked like he was going to bail on everyone because no one likes him. So he's like, fuck this, I'm out of here then. But no, he comes back and he helps them. And basically it's him and Beta one-on-one. That fight was dumb. It lasted like 10 seconds. I really thought, Beta was going to go out so, with a bang. But no, Negan calls him out, pushes Negan over, ready to, start taking him out. Daryl sticks 2 knives in his eyes, and then, has his little, I'm one with the walkers, and then the walkers start eating him, and that's it for Beta. Like, it was just such a waste. It could have been really, give him 5 minutes at least. I mean, that fight with him and Daryl in that building was bloody awesome. So I feel like Beta got ripped off there with a death. It could have been, better. But yeah, and then what was I gonna say? And then I forgot his name. The priest dude. He chose to stay behind and let everyone escape, and he almost gets killed. Then Maggie with this cool ninja dude rocks up, and yeah, the magic was kind of gone with her. You see her at the beginning, and it's like, oh, well, we know she's gonna, show up at some point. So yeah, I can agree with most people. This show is just gone right down. And I just, once the final season hits, I think that'll be, just a good way to end it. And I forgot to add the ending. always saw these people with those paintball armor in the comics, and I thought, oh, there they are. I was wondering when they were going to show up, and yeah, that was the end, and with Eugene and Princess and Ezekiel and all that. And yeah, that was it. I finally finished it off, and yeah, it's just getting really hard to follow that show, but I want to finish it at least. Alright, this was a big show that I just saw a marathon. Started season 3 of Cobra Kai, and I went through that whole show in like a week, even less. I absolutely loved Cobra Kai. Not loved, but I love Cobra Kai. It's one of my favourite shows of all time. Right up there with Gotham and all that. I just have such a good time on that show, and I cannot wait for season 4. Like, spoiler alert, like, we're finally going to get into the tournament again and all that stuff. I'm actually going to do a Kayne's bedtime. I was going to say Kayne Talks Games. Kayne's bedtime special, just talking about the whole season 3 of Cobra Kai. So I'm not going to get into too much, but yeah, absolutely love it, and I'm happy with the ending. I'm really, really happy. I only got one episode of Sopranos, I think, episode 7. I got my wish. Chris was basically back on his movie scripting again, and it was really, a really good episode about it. I didn't recognise him at first. What's his name from like Iron Man and all that? John Fabio. I honestly did not recognise him, because so basically the start of the episode, actually we'll start from the beginning. Go, Anthony Jr. crashes his mum's car, and then he gets in trouble for that, and then he starts this whole thing. What's the point of life? Is it really a god? What's the point of living? What's the point of death? So then, Tony and I forget her name, the mum, they're like, who's putting this crap in your head? But then yeah, back on Chris' subject, him and his girlfriend meet up with this vice president of this movie that's being made, and it's his cousin dating her, if I remember, and basically they ask him to come on set because they're trying to film a movie, if I remember, that's all about the Italian mobs or gangs, that kind of thing. And so then the girlfriend mentions, oh Chris, you got your script, why don't you show him? He's like, I threw it out, what's the point? And she apparently got a copy, so he's like, really? So he goes up to a shooting location with John, is it Favio? I can never remember his last name, but yeah, when he turned around, I'm like, who is that? Oh, it finally hit me. And I'm like, wow, that's a baby John. So, young. And then some of the actresses, one of the actresses I recognised, she was the lead, I think, in Dogma. No, she was, I can't remember her name for the life, man. I can't remember. I think she was, the bowler's daughter in Mystery Men. Yeah, that was her. So I recognised her. And yeah, then the episode's just basically, Chris talking with John and all that, telling him stories about his life and giving him inspiration. And then he tells him one story, you can't tell anyone this because the guy is, he'll kill me if you tell him about it. And yeah, then at some point, Chris starts to have a bit of it's like in an in-between, between the family and then the movie scene. He starts having a fling with the vice president, and it's like, you got a girlfriend, dude, what's going on? And then she was a really weird character, she totally wants him, and then all of a sudden the cousin rings and she's like, oh my god, what have I done? Oh god, I'm gonna go in the bathroom and cry about it. So then Chris starts reading the script, and it turns out John took his ideas and started putting them in. He's like, he can't put this in here, this is a joke, this is ridiculous. And yeah, there was one scene where him and John were talking and shooting the shit, and then he's asking him, oh, are you packing? And then Chris is like, yeah, I'm packing, Oh, and he starts pointing the gun at him, and then he asks him a question, have you ever used it or something like that? But then he gets pissed that he's using his ideas, and then right at the end, it was like he had to make a decision because Tony found out he's telling him secrets and all that stuff, and he's like, what? You're seriously doing this? And so he gives him a choice. It didn't hit me at first, it's either us or this. I don't ever want to see you again, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So then Chris is outside and he's thinking, what do I do? And it didn't hit me at first, but he gets up and walks back inside. That is the moment he's made his choice. He's not going to pursue his movie thing anymore. It's all about the family. It's all he knows. And I'm like, oh, damn it, I can't believe that. Because yeah, the show, I'm very, like, it takes me a couple of, minutes or even searching out, like, what happened here? What's that about? And yeah, he made his choice. He's not going to worry about the movie stuff anymore. And yeah, he's just going to do his thing in, the family. I almost forgot because I feel really bad. Uncle Pussy. Now, that's his name. he said Pussy. That's his name. Yeah. I tell you what, just save me from bloody blushing every time. I'll say Uncle P. That's not even any better. But Uncle P, the brother, and he's the godfather of, Tony Jr. and all that. I've been really struggling with his character, like following what's going on. He had his moment where he disappeared because they thought he was wired, so he ran away, and then I wasn't sure what happened, or I forgot. Apparently he got caught with drugs and dealings and all that stuff, so the feds are onto him and all that stuff. But I didn't realise this guy he was talking to, what his deal was. I thought he was just a friend or a family from another gang. So I feel really bad because after this episode I was like, oh no, shit. So basically Uncle P, he's been really struggling, and it's like his wife is getting pissed off with him and hates him and wants him to die and all that stuff, and he's trying his best to sort of keep his cool. But it was this episode I finally realised what was going on. So his dealership, because he works in a dealership or repair shop, it's like these, like the guy he was always talking to, and this guy came up to him, and it was like this police sort of thing going on, and I'm like, what the hell is this all about? And then there was a scene in the bathroom because they were getting ready to do, I think it was like not a bar mitzvah, but it's like, for Tony Jr. of becoming a man, that kind of, it's like he's, I can't even remember the term for it, but so it was basically he had to be there because he's the godfather kind of thing. So he's in the bathroom and he's shaving his chest, and then it hit me. These guys are like feds and police. They want him to be wired and start, listening in on Tony, and I'm like, oh no. Because in the first season, one guy was popped because he was a wire. He was, feeding intel, to the feds, and I thought, oh my god, he's gonna die. Oh shit. It finally hit me what's going on with his role in the show. So, he's in the party and all that, and I thought, he has a one-to-one with Tony because he got caught smoking weed, and it's like, oh my, why can't my parents just leave me alone? And he's telling him, your father Tony, he may seem like a bad guy, but when we've grown up, he always had my back. I could always trust him, and one day you're going to understand that he's doing this because he loves you. Come here, I'll always be there for you, kind of thing. I'm your uncle, I'm your godfather and all that stuff. I think he's the uncle, yeah, if I remember. Yeah, Uncle P. And then, so he's done all that, and I can tell he's really struggling to even keep going with this because, yeah, the guys can hear it like he's wired. So just going back to Chris when he's having his moment of decision, then, so they're all getting sent up for photos, and Tony's like, where's Uncle P? Where is he? Where's the man of the hour? Because he's important for this role, like for the ceremony kind of thing. And it goes into the bathroom, and he is just crying his eyes out. He is breaking down, and the feds are listening in, bloody bawling, because he's selling his family to the, he's ratting them out, and he doesn't want to do it, but he doesn't have a choice. And that episode is where I finally realised just how much deep shit Uncle P is in. And I feel really bad because it's like, I haven't been following him and, really listening in on his moments, but this episode really hit me. Like, I was like, oh shit. So, I already know what happened with one guy. It's only a matter of time with Uncle P, because, yeah, if Tony finds out, it's, you broke my heart kind of thing. I'm never going to forgive you. Bang. I started another show, actually. Well, not really started, but sort of watching over again. Started The X-Files. I loved that show when I was a kid. I wasn't, following it every episode to episode. If it was on, I'd watch it, so I never really, was following it along. But, yeah, I've always wanted to just watch the whole season, like the whole show in just, in my own time. But the biggest reason I stopped watching it because you all know the episode. The episode that got one of the first highest parental ratings in, you know, the show. It was that cannibal like family and all that stuff, and me and Luke actually watched that episode when it aired because we just knew it was going to be on. It traumatized me, and I couldn't watch it again. I mean, bear in mind I was only like 10 or 11, if I remember. I can't remember when, but yeah, me and Luke watched it and we're like, oh no, fuck. We didn't even finish the episode. As soon as Mulder and Scully pulled out that woman who'd been, you know, all their limbs chopped off, I was like, no, that's it. Can't take it anymore. That's it for me. I'm out. I tap out, and yeah, we just turned it off and started watching cartoons because we were like, and it was that bad. You know, even our sister like later checked up on us and she's like, what's going on? And you're going around like, we watched the X-Files and it was horrible. It was so scary. We can't do it. And she was like, really? Holy crap. So yeah, so I haven't watched it since, but you know, I'm an adult now, I can take it. So yeah, first episode got me hooked, and oh yeah, it was really, I know like pilots sometimes are either hit and miss, and the first season's always, you know, obviously low budget and all that stuff, but no, I'm hooked and I can't wait to get into episode 2. And yeah, I have a fascination with we're not alone. I always believe there's something out there. We're a whole galaxy universe, and you know, there's gotta be something out there. That kind of thing. You know, I've always fascinated with that kind of thing in space and all that stuff. And yeah, I tell you what, there was a couple of episodes I do remember. I always remember the video game one where the dudes are playing this. They're actually in a virtual world, and it's like a virus, and when she kills them, they actually die in real life. And there's this really cool scene when Scully jumps in and she just takes the bitch out, you know, easily, and she's like, you know, do I gotta do everything, that kind of thing. And then the next episode was this. It was quite a good episode. It was like this guy. It was. I can't even explain the situation. It was like there was always good fortune with him, but then something bad would happen. And I just remember a moment where, so people were looking for him. It's like whenever there was a death, he was around, kind of thing. He scratched off a lottery ticket, and there was a dude next to him who was like, whoa, dude, you won. Holy shit, you won. And he was like, well, what? He goes, look, you won. Yeah, you won. And dude's like, no, I don't need that money. So the guy's like, goes through the bin, gets the winning ticket, and he's like, oh, yes, oh, I'm rich. He's cheering, wham, slammed by a car and killed. And yeah, I remember that episode, and that was a good one, that one. But I can't remember the concept of it. Another one, yeah, this was a really good one. A guy got a tattoo of this woman, and it was talking to him, telling him to kill people, and then Scully was sort of, you know, trying to investigate, and she started hooking up with him, and then before he could, you know, kill her, she's like, you don't listen to the tattoo, don't listen to it, you know, control yourself. So then he sticks his arm in a furnace to try and burn it off. So I remember that episode. And then I remember a Cops style one. It was like in the form of cops, you know, oh, we're following, you know, bad boys. I wasn't sure if it was, you know, the cops in general, but it was like first person view. They're following all these cases around of people being taken out by unknown forces. I remember one dude got killed, and then they saw like a big scratch around his chest. And then there was like a Predator episode or something like that where they're trying to hunt this creature, and then Mulder tries to take it out. If I remember, he's in this like factory, and he's looking at it as he's up, and it's just staring him down, and then runs away. And then they're in this forest, and I'm sure it's got cloaking, but I can't remember too much of that episode. And then there was the acid rain one or something like that. If it was raining, it was like yellow rain, and they got touched by it, they ended up dying. Can't remember exactly. And yeah, that's about as much as I can remember. Yeah, so yeah, I look forward to, you know, continuing on this season. There's so much. And then I remember playing the video game back in 2004, and that was pretty scary. I remember it being really good. Almost forgot this one. I started in the last episode of Kayne's Bedtime. I've actually finished it. I watched it in like one go. Jurassic Park KHT Season 2, and yeah, loved it. It was really good. I cannot wait for season 3. And yeah, this is just a fun series to just follow. And I tell you what, I was saying, look, I really hope they make a video game. I think it'd be really cool. Just give us something. And love the characters. And I tell you what, I think one of my favourite episodes was Ben and Bumpy. It's like, you thought he died, but clearly he wasn't gonna die, And then it was like a Up His Lost Days from Avatar: Last Airbender. Ben's alive. The crew find out he's alive because he helps them, and so we start learning how he managed to live, and so he's trying to survive, and it's not going well, and Bumpy's annoying him, so then he scares her away. I think her. So it's like, oh, you mean prick. But then it's like he's in a primal kicked in. He's like, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not going to let the elements of nature destroy me. So he's gone all Rambo, bandana, eating wild berries and all that stuff. And then I thought this was a really cool scene. He takes on Toro, I forgot the name of the Centauriosaurus or something like that. He's taking it on, and then Bumpy, who's grown up, huge now, helping him out, and takes out Toro, and I'm like, fuck yeah. And then I thought it was, you got, how do I put, the poachers. I thought that was a really cool moment, when, you thought it was like the hunter dude, like, I forget his name, How? I can't remember his name, but yeah, it was like, you thought he was going to be the killer and all that, but no, it turns out it's the other two. Which was kind of, it's always like that swerve, the two, oh, hello, all that stuff, and it turns out they're the really, the killers. But I liked his sort of, he was like, go on, I'll hold them off, because there was like these 3, Bronchosaurus, excuse me if I get the names wrong, like, it's almost like, these were the 3 sort of top dinos hunting the kids around, like, throughout the episodes, and he's like, I'll hold them off, you get away. And I don't think he's dead, I think he's alive, or hopefully he's alive. But yeah, I feel really bad for one of the dinos, because the female hunter shoots one of them, and I'm like, oh, you bitch. But I thought it was really cool when, so one of the dude gets caught in his own trap, and he's like, you idiot. So then she's like, I can't help you, bye, because the T-Rex comes around and eats him, and then she gets away on the boat before the kids manage to get there, and the 2 remaining sort of dinos that, the one she killed, jumped on board and took her out. So yeah, that was a really enjoyable season, that, and I cannot wait for season 3. And I thought, what was that? What was I going to say? They finally got the signal. It was like, oh, received, someone's coming to help, and I'm wondering if it's going to be Owen. It'd be really cool if it could be. Or it might just be the 2, people that, you can't leave, there's 2 kids out there, and, oh no, we left. Alright everyone, I saved the best for last, because now I don't need to rely on notes, so I can open it up. The biggest reason I've been slack with editing and all that stuff, and just not really doing anything, I got back into Pokemon Go, and this week, it was a Kanto event where all the original 151 Pokemon, were showing up and appearing, and I got on board with it on Sunday. Pity I was working all day, but I managed to get, the Pokemon I needed, and try and, because I want to complete the original Pokedex, 151. That's all I want for the game, and then I can just sort of chill out and play the rest of it. So my goal has been trying to catch all those Pokemon. Well, 2 years ago, I rage quit, basically, and it wasn't because of the microtransactions and all that stuff. It was basically the tasks, and the one you get, so you do one every day and then you get that mystery gift. I just needed Zapdos and Moltres. I had the legendary dogs, I had plenty of Articunos. So for the month of, it was in that 2018, it was like, for that month it was like either the birds or the dogs. I know I did it twice. I'm pretty sure it was the 3rd reason was why I quit. I got Articuno or the legendary dogs. Not a single Zapdos or Moltres, and I just went, fuck that, done. I am not playing this anymore. It is bullshit. It is choosing not to give me the ones that I need, and for those 2 years I just didn't really care about it anymore. This is I played it on my old phone. This is my new one. Didn't even install it. I just thought, nah, don't care. Don't want to play it anymore. Me and Luke started walking down the beach just to, you know, add on to our exercise every morning, and it's been really fun and been really sort of, you know, such a nice, refreshing, you know, way to start the day. And I thought to myself, I might see if I can try and download a game that could benefit from walking, because I was going to try that Mario one where you walk, collect coins and like stuff, and I thought, yeah, it's not that. I don't know if I want to do that. And then I thought of Pokemon Go, and I booted it up again, and I thought, you know what, it's been a while. Oh, I'm over it now. You know, I had my little rant about it, and you know, I'm happy to just jump back in, go down the beach, and just start, you know, playing it again. Holy crap, has it installed a lot of stuff since I've been away from playing it. You know, Team Rocket come and battle you now. I love that part, you know, battling them and then catching the shadow Pokemon. I love that you can battle random people now, and you get, you know, gifts for it. I got so much rare candy from it, and yeah, I thought, wow, this game's really awesome now. They've really sort of polished it up. And another thing I really liked, they've added these new raid passes where you don't have to be at the raid to jump in. So I could be at home, and if I see one, I'm like, oh, I might jump into that and do it. Excuse moi. And I thought, wow, this is really good. I'm really happy with this now. It's really, really fun. So for the past month, I've just been sort of chipping away, catching the Pokemon I need, and just basically enjoying it. I've been having a lot of fun, and especially with, you know, trying to get the Team Rocket and all that. And me and Luke have noticed a lot more Pokestops have appeared now, because there's some that haven't, you know, we've been in these areas and we've got them all, and there's new ones with the circle. And the spot that we normally hang around, you know, especially on comic book day, we get some lunch and just, you know, it's what we used to do, and we sit there spinning the Pokestops, and there was 2. There's 3 now, so we'll sit there, you know, spin, getting stuff, putting lures down, and just been having a lot of fun with it. But this week has been very jam-packed for me with it, because it's been almost every day. After work, I'll be going at the spot, just spin, and trying to get as much of the Pokemon as I can. The Kanto event happened for the 25th anniversary, and so many of the OG Pokemon were popping up for me that I didn't have, so I'm like, oh, get them all. I finally got Charizard. I didn't have a Charizard. I finally got him through all the, you know, the candies of Charmander. Finally got Gyarados. I fucked up because the next task in one of these quests, I had to evolve a Magikarp to a Gyarados, so I was like, oh, fuck, but doesn't matter. Got Gyarados, and what else was there? Raids. Finally got a Lapras. Me and Luke, you know, helping each other, took out a Lapras, caught that. Tauros. Never seen a Tauros in this region. I don't think he comes, or he or she, you know, shows up for us in Australia. What else was there? There was another one, I can't remember. Zapdos and Moltres, me and Luke did the raid, but it was bullshit. He caught them every time I met, like, throwing the Pokeballs. Oh, you ran out. Fled. I thought, fuck off. That's bullshit. That's not fair. But because he had them all already, so he traded them over to me, and I give him a shiny Squirtle with the glasses, because he wants a full set of the, you know, Blastoise, Watertool, and Squirtle with the glasses shiny, and a Totodile because he wants a Feraligatr. So I went, thank you. And the one, I tell you what, I'm going to show. I should be showing one of the cool ones. I'm like, oh my god, holy crap, because it was after work and I just seen the raid pop up, and I'm like, I'll just jump in, and like 9 people jumped in. I said, look, get in here now, get in so you can get it too. Hang on, got Mewtwo. I couldn't believe it. Didn't put up a fight. Hang on, sorry, because of the camera. Now it looks like definitely Kayne's bedtime. There we go. Yeah, I had so much struggle with Moltres and Zapdos. Mewtwo, we kicked his fucking ass, and I got him on like the 4th shot. And what I'm really happy about is you can't get Mewtwo, I don't think, in any other way as of now. It has to be a raid, so fucking awesome. And what else was there? I haven't got a Mew yet, Well, this is where I got pissed off with the Gyarados, because I have not been able to find a Ditto. I have been so annoyed with this fucking blob, and what pissed me off, I have a Ditto, but because I didn't catch it, it didn't count towards the Mew quest. So you got to catch the Ditto, and then you go on and you finally catch Mew. After a double, it was that Sunday actually where I did all the raid, like all the catching of the original Pokemon, and almost filled up my decks. And yeah, that night I was just so tired. I thought I'm going to get to bed, because that Sunday night was really bullshit. Just a lot of you know when you have those days at work where everything just seems to go wrong, and then when you think it can't get any worse, it goes more wrong. So I said, look, I'm just going to go to bed early tonight. Next morning, he messaged me, because we're on Discord, and you know, he just shoots me a message. Oh dude, are you still awake? There's a Ditto, hoot hoot, get it now. I'm like, no, I can't believe it. Missed out on Ditto, and it's like, fuck. So Luke has Mew, because he got the Ditto and he did all the tasks, and I'm like, so I've got the list, what Pokemon do I need to go for? And every time Hoot Hoot shows up, caught it, no, not Ditto. I was so pissed about that. You know, we've never found a wild one. The one time it shows up and I go to bed early, fucking shows up. And I was really salty about that. But I thought, right, haven't got Ditto. In the meantime, I'll work towards getting my Gyarados leveled up again. Or the candies. Excuse me. See, I screwed up, because not only did I evolve my Magikarp, I had 100 candy left over. I used the remaining to power up my Gyarados. So I only had about 20 left. And then I thought, right, I'll just start catching another Magikarp using pinups to get 6 candies. So I started doing that on Tuesday. It is now Sunday. I'm up to 367, I think, and I've got 50 rare candies, so I'm all set. But in the meantime, until I catch a Ditto, I'm just going to keep catching Magikarp until I get 400 and save the rare candies. However, look what I got! A shiny Ditto! I couldn't believe. So I was doing all the tasks, and there was one where it was like, oh, trade 3 times and battle in a raid, and for the Let's Go, you know, Kanto event. And I thought, you know, because I knew about the shiny Ditto, but I thought it was the other tasks where you got to get every single Pokemon like caught, and then it shows up when you catch a rare, like a wild Ditto. And I was like, damn it, that would have been, you know, an easy way to get one. So I was just focusing on, you know, the main tasks where the professor tells you to do them. So I got up to number 7, and I think it was I think I had to battle in a raid or something like. So I did it. So, you know, click, 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 catch it all, you know, get all the berries and stuff. And so one of the big prizes was catch wild Pokemon. It was a shiny Ditto. And I'm like, oh, so I'm on Discord, I'm like, Ditto, fucking shiny Ditto. Oh my god. And I'm like, it better fucking count. Caught him. You have caught a Ditto. Task completed. And I was like, yes. And I thought, what a nice way to make it up to me. Because I missed that Ditto, I managed to snag a shiny Ditto. That was I didn't realise that task was going to count towards it. And then I was like, yay, I finally did it. So now I'm on the quest, I'm finally getting Mew, because I wasn't worried about the Gyarados one. I'm almost there. Evolving a Magikarp was, you know, easy. There's one where you got to make an excellent throw. I've been practicing and I can do it no problem. I could get it 3 times out of 10, so I'm set for that. And then there's like battle in 10 raids, which is no problem for me. But trying to catch a fucking Ditto was one of the hardest things. And I managed to get a shiny one and I completed the task, and I've been so happy with it. I was like, this is just a nice way to say, there you go, for missing that one out. And I've just had so much fun with this game at the moment, especially the Kanto event. It's just, we picked a really good time to get back into it, because my Pokédex is almost complete. I got, you know, like I said, you know, Charizard didn't have, Gyarados didn't have, Lapras, Tauros, Mewtwo, well, he was technically a raid, so it didn't count, but, you know, it was just it was like the stars aligned for me to jump in at that time and finally clear my Pokedex. And I also, this was a really exciting one. I actually got a few shinies. I caught this one from in the wild. It was actually a Weedle, but I got a shiny Beedrill, which is cool. Fort Jesse and James, I got a shiny Pinsir. I should do a screen recording. I might try and do that actually. I'll try and show almost, because I got a shiny Venusaur, which I named Shiny Saw. Oh, another one I got. A wild Meowth. Evolved him, so I got a shiny Persian now. The shiny Ditto, which was a nice surprise for me. Got shiny Meganium, Chikorita, and Typhlosion and Cyndaquil. But this one, see, Luke was, you know, losing his shit like, oh my god, because one of the tasks was fight Team Rocket, Jesse and James 4 times, and he managed to do it. And he's like, you're not going to believe this. And I'm like, what? Shiny Celebi. So he got it, and he's like, shiny Celebi, and I'm like, oh, where's Jesse James? I'm gonna fight him, and yeah, I finally did it, and shiny Celebi. So this week it's just been so great for, you know, me and Luke catching these Pokemon and all that stuff, and you know, got all these shiny ones that I needed, and these shiny ones that, you know, were a nice surprise, and yeah, this has just been so great. But in saying all that, as much as I'm happy with that shiny Ditto, shiny Celebi, I hope I'm saying that right. The 4 years of playing this game, I've never seen this Pokemon. I've never had it in my Pokedex. Luke got it in like 2 eggs, and the amount of eggs I hatched, never got it. And I was just so bummed about not having it. And it took me so long to try and find it, and just never did. I always, you know, used up my stuff and everything. I finally caught Onix. That's not all. I caught a family of Onix, and I'm never, you know, transferring them. I've been wanting Onix for such the longest time. It is my #1 Pokemon, my favourite. You know, my second one is Venusaur, third is Typhlosion, but Onix, well, is my all-time favourite. You know, I want to start, you know, trying to collect all the cards of Onix and all that stuff. And the day finally popped up on my, you know, because it was in the middle of the Kanto event, got insets, and I was at home having lunch after work, and I'm like, and Luke's like, what? I'm like, it finally showed up. And finally caught it, and then the Onix just kept on popping up, and I'm just catching them, and I made a family. I'm like, they're not going anywhere. So happy to finally have Onix, the one Pokemon I was struggling so hard to get, and I didn't even want to trade it. I wanted my own Onix. I refused. I didn't even want anyone else's Onix. I wanted my own, and out of like the shiny Ditto, the shiny Celebi and all that, and the Mewtwo, I am so happy. That is like the most happiest one that I finally caught. Just so happy. And the reason I held it off. I thought I might do it now. I am going to evolve it into a Steelix. Not my Yawn one. Yawn has always been my Onix. I'll never evolve. Always a lady Onix, her. Yawn. Got it in like Pokemon and all that. So I'm going to evolve the next one, the 447 one, which is also a lady. So basically I was catching all the Onix so I could do Steelix as well. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to try and do it as fast as I can. I thought I'm going to save this moment for right now because this is how much Onix means to me. Evolve. Use this item. Here we go. Get ready. I should have really screen recorded, but oh well. But on my phone. Should have probably put the volume on. Oh well. There we go. We got Steelix. because I now want to do the Johto Pokédex, but I'm not going to go crazy like trying to do the 151. But oh, awesome! Should we give you a name? So you're a Lady Steelix. Steelia. Oh, hang on, I just got a task. Oh, it's just the one, you know, I know they do the, so you get one catch a day and so you can get one task a day, which is cool. But that's enough for me on Pokemon Go. For me, you can tell I've been so happy and excited that I've been playing this game like religiously this whole week, just trying to catch all the Pokemon. I only need one left, Mew. I've got everything else, and I've got a set of everything. That's what I wanted as well. So, you know, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, you know, Machamp, Machamp, you know what I mean? You know, get one of each, you know, evolution. And yeah, once I do I just got to do 3 more raids and I'm on to the next set of tasks, and then I'll finally have Mew. I know you could have got a shiny Mew with the Let's Go Kanto events, but I only got up to rank 6. I couldn't find a Ponyta to do one. I couldn't find one, and then I had to trade with, you know, certain Pokemon, and then you had to evolve all the Pokemon, which I thought, nah, too stressful. I'm happy with the ones that I got. I'm happy to see like getting like Mewtwo and all that, shiny Ditto, which was awesome, and of course my Onix. But yeah, so like I said, like me and Luke have both been playing it. So we did a vlog, you know, chilling out in our spot, catch Pokemon, and we opened up a few booster packs. So yeah, we've been Pokemon crazy this past week and all that. And we also did a first for us, doing a reaction to Pokemon Presents, like in general, like reaction to anything, because yeah, it was just a perfect time to do it. So yeah, me and Luke recorded another Scenario Res 2 Evil 2 board game on the same night. So as I cleaned up, I said, you know what, this, you know, Luke's like, oh, we should totally, you know, watch it and record ourselves. And I went, done. So yeah, I've been very pokey crazy, and I've actually got a few things coming to open. I want to do Vivid Voltage, not a booster box, but like booster packs for that, because I want to get that Steelix in that set, like full art, which would be really, really cool. And I think there was something else I was, you know, wanting to talk about with Pokemon. No, that's it. And I tell you what, that's an end to this episode. Man, I have had such a good time tonight talking about it. See, this has been piling up because I was going to do it a week ago, like, to record, but like I said on my voice, and I'm doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. It's starting to get dry a little bit now, but that's because I'm still a little bit swollen. But no, I've done pretty good. I've been keeping the fluids up, obviously, to keep my, you know, my throat moist. That sounds weird, but yeah, I'm very happy, very excited, and yeah, I've got a lot more Pokemoning to do. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try and get down the beach tomorrow, hopefully get some Magikarp. Can't wait. And yeah, we're gonna end it there. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a good night.